And time once again for Business with Kate Moody. Hi, Kate.
Hi, Monty.
The Turkish president is once again defending his controversial economic and monetary policy.
Yeah, just less than a week after he appointed a new finance minister, Recep Tayyip Erdogan said that Turks should be patient and trust that his economic vision will lead to growth and jobs. Erdogan has ordered a series of interest rate cuts despite soaring inflation. His heavy-handed monetary policy has contributed to the plunge of the Lira to record lows. That's made life increasingly difficult for many families. James Vecina reports.
Lining up to buy cut-price bread in Istanbul's Sultan Gazi district, a traditional stronghold of President Recep Tayyip Erdogan and his AK party. But even here, residents are losing patience.
The government must change, because for 20 years it's been the same system, the same politics.
The situation is really bad. It's not just me. People are really struggling.
With loaves selling for roughly half the price of that of a standard bakery, output has almost doubled to meet the demand. A decision taken by Istanbul's mayor as a response to the growing crisis.
We are processing 1.5 million loaves of bread, and there are still queues. So it's not enough. It's a clear sign of poverty. This current situation is not merely an economic crisis, it's a political crisis. I see this as a reflection of an inability to run the country.
As the lira continues to plunge, thousands have been taking to the streets, calling for Erdogan to resign. But the president is urging the population to trust him, reassuring Turks that low interest rates will bring the cost of living down. Inflation surpassed 21% last month, reaching a 3-year high.
Some of these steep prices will come down again soon. Unfortunately, one of the reasons for the extortionate price rises in our country is the greedy opportunists.
While Erdogan says his ultimate goal is lasting prosperity and stability, the priority for many Turks for now is an immediate change to crippling inflation.
The European Union is outlining new trade policies that would allow it to more easily impose sanctions. In the last few years, we've seen trade increasingly used as a geopolitical tool. The European Commission cited China's ongoing spat with EU member state Lithuania, which says its shipments are not being cleared through Chinese customs because of its ties to Taiwan. Donald Trump's penchant for imposing tariffs on goods from traditional trading allies like the EU has also brought the issue into the spotlight. Now, the EU has outlined a system that would allow it to hit back more swiftly without waiting for individual approval from all 27 member states. The EU says it needs more leverage against foreign powers that try to coerce the bloc for economic or political gain.
This powerful new tool would represent an important step for our strong, ambitious EU trade agenda. It sends a clear signal to our partners that the European Union will stand firm in defending itself. The European Union will not hesitate to push back when we are under threat. And the European Union will shape the tools we need to protect our values and interests.
The French food giant Danone has removed shares of its Moroccan subsidiary from the stock market in Casablanca. The company has seen sales in Morocco plummet since 2018, when consumers launched a campaign to boycott its products over high prices. Danone itself continues to trade on the CAC 40 in Paris. India's central bank has kept interest rates on hold at a record low 4%. Authorities want to keep lending rates accommodative to support and boost the economic recovery. They said economic activity is just catching up with pre-pandemic levels, but is not yet strong enough for monetary policy to be tightened. The services sector in particular could be affected by the latest wave of COVID infections. Well, inflation in France is at its highest level in 10 years. The most recent figures show consumer prices rose 2.8% in November. That's affecting prices across the board, and in particular, some culinary staples of the festive end-of-year season.
Foie gras, oysters and scallops. Festive delicacies in France, but this year they're coming with a higher price tag. As the food industry grapples with shortages, supply chain disruptions and increasing energy costs. Oysters will be smaller and more expensive than usual after months of bad weather affecting farming.
Ça a eu, on va dire, par rapport à l'année précédente, à peu près entre 25 et 30% d'augmentation. On verra bien si les gens sont prêts à débourser un peu plus d'argent pour se faire plaisir ou pas.
For shellfish, there's the added problem of Brexit. Fewer scallops have been caught in the run-up to Christmas as France and the United Kingdom's row over fishing rights continues.
Ce matin, la coquille Saint-Jacques, c'est difficile d'en avoir. Il y en a très peu sur le marché et c'est très difficile. Et le peu qu'il y a, c'est très cher. La coquille sera plus chère de 2,50 € ce matin que par exemple la semaine dernière.
The price of foie gras has gone up to over €40 a kilo amid a rise in grain prices and an outbreak of bird flu in France earlier this year. But will all these price hikes be served on our plates? This restaurant's owner is already weighing up his options.
Il y a peut-être facilement 30% des plats de la carte vont réfléchir à augmenter à la rentrée.
Suppliers and restaurant owners are hoping an increase in prices won't dent people's desire to treat themselves during the festive season. Though surveys have shown that French people are planning to spend less on their celebrations this year.
That's all for now, Monty.
Okay, Kate, thanks so much. And that's it for now for us. We'll be back with more world news in just a bit. Stay with us.